Hello everybody, and welcome to my short video about the new 41mm Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Code is 124300, and this is in the turquoise colour. There's a few things I'd like to talk about regarding the watch. One of them is how difficult really this watch is to get. It's just been released this year. I think September they launched it, and we're making this video November the 22nd, I think it is today. And I've had this watch for a few days now, and I felt like I was really quite privileged to actually get it. The guy at the authorised dealer where I bought it from, I bought it actually from Goldsmiths, which is part of the Watches of Switzerland group, and he said to me that this is the first one of this size and colour that they've actually managed to get in the store. And luckily for me, it actually I'd put my name down and reserved it as soon as it came out, and they thought of me, and they sent it my way, so I was absolutely delighted about that. But as I say, it is a very hard watch to get. There aren't really that many of them available anywhere really on the internet by the watch dealers. There's a couple on eBay which are for about £9,500 or just over £10,000, and there's a few websites that are selling them for just over £9,000. The retail price for this watch is £4,700, which is what I paid, and I think actually that if you're kind of new to buying luxury watches, that seems like a ridiculous amount of money, but if you've been buying them before and you know kind of how much these things cost, it's actually, I think, really good value for money. Because the thing that strikes me about this watch is that it's massive. It's absolutely huge. It's 41 millimeters. This is my watch that I wear sort of quite regularly, which I've always thought was reasonably big. This is a 34 millimeter Oyster Perpetual date, and if you can see them put next to each other, you'll see this one is absolutely huge. So I think for £4,700 you do actually get a massive Rolex, so I think that's a pretty good deal. The other thing about it is the colour. The colour is really nice. It's really new. It's a new colour from Rolex. They've started doing a whole range of these vibrant colours really on these perpetuals. Now I don't know if this is something that they're going to start using with other models, or if they're just going to continue with these. I'm not really sure. But what I thought I'd do is I would show you some things to compare the colour of this watch with, so that you can get an idea for yourself. Now I'm sure everyone is familiar with one of these. There's goodness knows how many of these there are in the world at the moment. Everybody's wearing them. So this is just a standard face mask, sort of surgical mask. And I'm going to hold that up next to it, and you'll be able to see the kind of contrast of the colour really, so that you can get a bit of an idea of what the actual true colour is. Now, when I first saw this watch on the website, on Rolex website, the first thing that I thought of was Tiffany. It just immediately I thought of the Tiffany colour and the Tiffany brand, and a lot of other people thought the same, and there's a lot of talk on watch forums about this watch, and it's called the Rolex Tiffany really in many circles now. So I've actually managed to dig out something from Tiffany's, which is, it's just a polishing cloth, and so this is a kind of a bit of an insight into Tiffany's actual patented colour that they use on their packaging and the actual colour of the watch. Now, it's interesting, this watch face, because like pretty much all other Rolex watches, it changes colour all the time depending on the the lighting of the room, depending of the time of the day, whether it's sunny or cloudy. And I'm not sure how this is coming through, but for me, sitting in this position, I think it looks a little bit closer to the face mask than the actual Tiffany. But when I was at a different place today with the watch, I thought that it looked more like the Tiffany than the face mask. So what I've done is I've put some pictures for you to look at the end of the video, so that you can compare to see what it's like in some daylight as well. I think another thing I'd like to say about this watch is what's really important about it is that it doesn't come with a sunray dial. Now this is a sunray dial on the Rolex Oyster Perpetual date, and if any of you are familiar with these, then you'll know that it kind of has a very, very fine grain in the metal of the face, which reflects the light, and it's they're amazing. I think they're really nice, but it's really nice also to have a watch by Rolex which doesn't have this. Now some of the sports models come with black faces and they don't have the sunray dial, but this is a vibrant colour which is lacquered, it has no sunray, and it's really deep and opaque. It just absorbs the light as opposed to reflecting it. So I don't know what more I can say about this watch really. I know that it seems to be, the colour seems to be very popular with girls. The females that I've spoken to have said that they like the colour, but there's also a lot of talk about this on watch forums as well, and I actually think that I can see this being quite a popular watch that couples will buy, sort of a his and hers sort of watch, if they can actually get them. So there it is on my wrist. I'll put it next to the other one so you can see sort of difference in sizes really. It's just, let's put that one on. See, that's how I'd normally wear that one, and this is kind of the new one. You can see it's absolutely massive, a really big watch, and I really like it. I think it's great. I like some of the other colours as well. I'm quite interested in the yellow one and the red one as well. I was a little bit dubious about buying a 41mm one because I had become accustomed to wearing my 34mm, and it did kind of keep me awake a little bit at night. I was thinking, I don't know if this 41mm is going to be too big or not. For me personally, I absolutely love it. I think it is a brilliant size. I'm glad that when I put my name down for one of these, I did ask for the 41mm. I am getting a bit old, and to be honest, my eyes aren't working as well as they did when I was younger, so I do actually find it easier to tell the time with this one. So that might just be me, but as I say, if you do have any reservations about whether or not you want to go up to a 41mm, I did, and I was very happy with what I got. And if you think about it, this watch is probably only an extra kind of £300 to buy the 41mm, and you get a hell of a lot for that £300. So that's me finishing my video. Thank you very much to my filmmaker for helping with that, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this helps you make a decision about what watch you would like to buy. One last thing, just as a tip to someone who might be new to buying watches, don't be surprised if you go down to your authorised dealer and ask for one of these if they simply don't have one, or tell you that they won't be able to get you one for some time. They're not fobbing you off. That's just normal with these watches. They don't produce a lot of them, and you know, you have to get in the queue and get on the list. So do yourself a favour, be polite, keep in contact with them, and just wait your turn and one will come along. Okay, so enjoy. Bye.